When it comes to cleaning the car, you should always start with the wheels. These are generally the dirtiest part of the car, and you don't want to sort of like take any of that contamination and spread it over your paintwork. So today's video is all about how to get amazing results when cleaning your wheels. Let's quickly list all the things you'll need in order to clean your wheels. First up is a pressure washer, or if you haven't got a pressure washer, a garden hose will do. You'll also need a bucket, as we'll be using some car shampoo or wheel shampoo. And ideally we'd have a grit guard at the bottom of the bucket. For cleaning around the tyre walls, we're going to use a nice stiff brush. Next would be a good quality barrel brush. For the arches, I'm using the Easy Go brush, looks like a bog brush. I have a dedicated wheel brush for doing wheel nuts and intricate areas. You want to have a dedicated wheel wash mitt. I bought that at the local supermarket. Or you can use a fancy wheel mitt. And always remember to wear gloves because we'll be using lots of chemicals. In the wash bucket you can just use your regular car shampoo, or if you really fancy you can get some wheel shampoo. This is from Infinity Wax. As you can see, I've used a lot of that. If you're going around the arches and the tyre walls, you can use an all-purpose cleaner, or I prefer to use a citrus pre-wash, usually made up at around about a 10:1 mix. For washing the wheels, you'll want a dedicated wheel cleaner. Make sure that it's suitable for the type of wheels you have. In this example today, I'm going to be using the Halfords Advanced React Wheel Cleaner. Right, let's start cleaning the wheels. Before we start washing the wheels, it's always best to check that they are cool to the touch. If you need to cool them down, give them a really good spray with water. Once we've checked that the wheels are cool to the touch and ready to be washed, first thing to do is to give the inside of the arches a good rinse out. We then move on to giving the wheels and the tyres a thorough rinsing out as well. This will shift any loose dirt and make for a nice safe wash. We can now spray around the inside of the arches with either the APC or the citrus pre-wash. Make sure to get all the way around. Once the arches are done, it's now time to give the tyres a generous covering with the APC or citrus pre-wash. While the all-purpose cleaner or the citrus pre-wash does its magic on the tyres and the inside of the arches, we can now spray around with our dedicated wheel cleaner. Make sure to get inside the barrels, in the wheel nuts and all over the face. Any wheel cleaner that contains a fallout remover will absolutely stink. You want to make sure you're not downwind because you don't want to breathe in any of those chemicals, and it's best to keep them at arm's length. Once the wheels had a good covering of the wheel cleaner, leave it to dwell for around about 5 minutes. Just make sure you don't allow it to dry. You won't just notice the foul smell if you're using a wheel cleaner with a fallout remover included. You'll also notice this purple or red bleeding effect as the chemicals react with the brake dust and ferrous materials. Now that the smelly part of the job's over, we can start with the wash. Grab your stiff brush from your bucket of water with the shampoo in and go around the tyres. Give them a good scrub. Now grab your barrel brush and get to work. Don't just go backwards and forwards, but kind of go side to side so you get really good coverage of the barrels. Another tip is to start at the top of the wheel and then work your way down. Just be aware that when using this type of barrel brush you will get some flick back, so don't wear your best jeans and t-shirt when washing your wheels. You may find that getting behind brake calipers you might need to use a smaller barrel brush. Not always, but it's worth having one just in case. Before putting any of your brushes back in the bucket, it's good to give them a thorough rinse off with your hose or your pressure washer, just to remove any loose dirt and stop it contaminating the water. Once you're happy that the barrels are all nice and clean, it's then time to move on to the faces. For this I use a dedicated wash mitt. As these tend to get really grubby when washing the wheels, I tend to just use cheap ones from the supermarket. Then I move on to the wheel nuts and emblems, and again I have a dedicated brush just for this job. Now it's time to get the bog brush out, the Easy Go brush, and really get to work on the inside of those arches. Any loose dirt will just fall onto the wheel and can be easily rinsed off. Once you've finished cleaning out the arches, it's then time to give everything a good rinse off and remove all those soap suds. When rinsing off the wheels, make sure you get a jet of water right inside the barrels as well. This will remove any remaining fallout remover that may still be present. And then simply repeat the process for the remaining wheels. Easy. Once you've finished washing the car, it then comes time to dry the wheels. I like to use the blow function on the Titan Wet and Dry Vac to blow out any water that's accumulated around the wheel nuts. For cleaning the rest of the wheel, I like to get out an old microfiber cloth and also a rapid detailer, just to add a little bit of extra shine and a little bit more protection. Just a couple of squirts onto the microfiber cloth and then work your way around the wheel, giving it a good dry. Now that the wheels are dry and the tyres are dry, it's now time to apply some dressing. For this we're going to use some Infinity Wax tyre gel. This is strawberry scented and smells amazing. And to apply this we're going to use the Carscope tyre brush. This thing is absolutely incredible. They've got thousands of tiny little bristles and does a fantastic job of covering the tyre. Just load up the brush and then a few quick dabs around the tyre and then work it around, spreading it nice and evenly around the tyre. Don't worry too much about the bottom of the tyre for the moment, we'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry too much if you get any spillage onto the wheel, just grab an old microfiber and just wipe it off. In order to get to the bottom of the tyre, we just need to roll the car either backwards or forwards, just enough so that the patch that's on the ground is then at the top of the wheel. So we can easily apply the remaining dressing. So there you go. There's my super easy step-by-step guide to getting super clean wheels. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you think I should have done or could have done differently. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, give it a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.